Hi everyone, we're going loose and painterly today. I have got a piece of Saunders Waterford 5 by 7 inches. I've got my round number 10, my round number 6 and my number 2 rigger. My trusty Cotman palette. I have also got a 5p piece in a little bit of kitchen towel ready to go and a little bit of chopped up bank card which is useful, and I'll show you how to use that later. So with my round number 10, I'm going to bring some water on. I'm going to get in a lovely, about halfway, a lovely sunset sky. So plenty of water, no dry bits, no puddles, a nice even sheen. With a cotton paper it can take a little bit more water, so you can come over it a couple of times. So I am going to start with a little bit of cadmium yellow. I'm going to bring that in so they get that lovely golden glow. Nice and vibrant. I'm going to go straight into some cadmium red. So I want those to blend together on the paper. I'm doing little flicks just to blend them through a little bit. And then I've got alizarin crimson, or I have permanent rose. I'm going to use permanent rose because I prefer that, but alizarin crimson would work. Permanent rose is a bit brighter, and I'm going painterly and vibrant, so I'm going to bring some of that in towards the top. Rinse that brush out. I then want a little bit of some trees in the background. So if I take a little bit of sap green, this is my round number 6, just make sure that I activate this really well. If I'm worried about it running too much, I can dab a little bit off, but I'm just going to come in, keeping my brush upright and dabbing as I come along. And this is just going to give us a nice little bit of soft trees coming in just either side. Just vary the height a little bit. If I dab into the green, then dab back into the cadmium red, I'm going to get a much more muted green. So I'm going to bring that towards the bottom of each of those, just to give it a little bit of shadow and a little bit of a difference. So I want that to be darker at the bottom. Okay, so you can see it's plenty wet enough. I've got plenty of time. If I take my bit of kitchen towel, this is dry, and I've wrapped it around a 5p piece. Sometimes I go bigger sunsets, sometimes I go smaller, but you're going to place it where you would like it and just dab. You can wiggle your hands a little bit, but you'll get a really nice shape there. So I'm going to dry this one off. Okay, so that's nicely dried. I'm going to come on, I'm going to get a base onto this bottom section. So a little bit of water, I'm using my round number 10 again. I want to make sure I cover all of this. All the way up to that horizon line. No puddles, no dry bits. I want a nice even sheen. Cotton paper you can come over a couple of times and it will take the water nicely. So I'm going to do a similar process, but I'm changing the action. So I'm no longer stroking and doing little flicks, I'm doing dabs. So we're going to start to bring in some flowers and foliage. Just going to come along that horizon line with a little bit of the cadmium yellow. So that's the cadmium yellow going in. I'm going to dip still into the cadmium yellow and then into the cadmium red. I'm dabbing through. So this is going to create some lovely orange poppies. So I'm blending on the paper. It gives it much more vibrancy, gives it different tones. I'm going to use some Viridian. So Viridian is very bright. I'm going to take it into a separate well and I'm going to add some brown to it. So this is burnt umber. This is going to give it a much more natural tone. And I'm going to come in and dab. And what I'm doing is dabbing around some of the marks that I've made. So I want to make sure that I'm leaving some poppy shapes. So what's quite nice is it's flowed around and it's given me the shapes of poppies. And now I can utilise the paint and what it's done to just come round. I sometimes do this with foliage on trees. It makes it easier when the shapes are there to just paint around them. So nice and easy. Then as I come towards the back, I'm going to bring a little bit through. Remember that any sort of red and green will make brown. So we're mixing on the paper. I don't want to mix too much. Don't want to end up with a mucky brown unless I want a mucky brown. So I'm just dabbing on and letting it do its thing. If I take my little bit of bank card, I'm just going to have a go. Just using, you can use the corner, you can use an indented corner. This is going to give you, the paint's going to run in. It's like drawing with a pencil, but you're drawing with the corner of the card. The curve of the card gives you a thicker line. So I'm just going to pop in a few lines. What you've got to be aware of when you're doing this is you can't take these away. These will stay. So be careful where you place them and keep them into this foreground. It's quite good because it's giving us lines and stems to each of our poppies. And it's giving us texture. And it's nice and easy to do this. When it's a certain dryness, it's like not dry, it's not wet, it's in between. You see how when you use the corner, you get a little bit of light. Just waiting for the right amount of time to have passed. I'm going to wait another few seconds. What I'm going to do whilst I'm doing that, I'm pick up a little bit. This is ivory black onto my round number 6. I'm just going to dot in so that I get a few poppy heads. Not everywhere, I don't need to do loads of them, just a few. So I'm going to see if I can do this now. So I'm just going to get a few lighter strokes in. There we go. I'm going to dry that one off. Okay, so that's nicely dry. I'm going to use my round number 10. I'm just checking that I've got all that green out to start with because I'm going to come back onto the sky. So with Painterly and Loose, it's quite nice to make some extra strokes. You don't have to do any of this. This is just your choice. So I'm coming through I'm dipping in and I'm coming back through the same colour. So this is going to give it extra painterly effect. So I've got a little bit of the cadmium yellow there, a little bit of the orange coming through. The trick is big brush, work quick. Little bit of the rose. Now you'll see that I'm sticking to the same colours, so I'm going the same colours over the same colour. This is how it works best. If I come into some of the green, just going to add a little bit extra onto the tree line as well. I'm making sure that I can still see those softer edges as well. So if I bring a bit of this green through, this is still the sap green on the brush, and I'm doing painterly strokes. I'm thinking about the strokes, the directions, the things that I want to bring out. So that's going to give some extra depth in the background. Then if I come back into that darker green, I'm still with my round number 10. I'm trying to stick with the biggest brush. So this is the Viridian and the Burnt Umber together. I'm going to take a little bit of that just in at the bottom of there, and then I'm going to bring some more through in directional strokes. Try not to come over your poppies. I'm resting on my little finger and doing little directional wiggles that represents foliage, stems. Take some little bits up here. I quite like how it's done that there. I'm also going to come into some cerulean blue and just dab a little bit of that through for a bit of variety just at the front. And then I'm going to come on with a bit of the orange colour just to bold up a couple of poppies. So I'm going to do random dabs. 1, 2, 3. We're going to do 5. Put one in here, I think. Like odd numbers, what happens is you end up going and carrying on. I don't want to do all the ones at the back. I don't want to. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So a bit more than 5 there. So I'm just taking a little bit of the rose in as well, variety of tone in there. Just random dabs. And I'm going to drop down to my number 6. Come back into that bit of green. Just bring a little bit of that through in that background. Come into the cadmium red with my number 6. I'm just going to bold up a little bit. So this is very nearly dry, so I'm coming in with quite a thick paint here. It's that whole sort of painterly effect. Not everybody likes it, but it is quite fun to do. Take a little bit through here. And then just take a bit of yellow onto that. I don't want that to be quite as bold. Okay, Okay, I'll dry that one off. Okay, so with my rigger, I'm going to come into that dark green colour, which was the Viridian and the Burnt Umber, and just paint in a few more stems and grasses, just to give a little bit more depth. This is fun, it's bold, it's loose, it breaks the watercolour rules, and it's all about giving you a little bit of freedom. There'll be bits you don't like, bits you like. I'm going to bring a couple of bits up higher just to break through that line. It's always a brave thing to do, but I quite like it. I don't think my sky is as dry as it should be, and that's working to the advantage of that flowing nicely as well. So I'm just doing some little grass seedy heads. And then if I come into the ivory black, I'm just bolding up some of the poppies we painted. I'm not going to touch the other ones, so just the ones we'd painted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's good. Just to darken it a little bit, I'm going to just keep that black on my brush and just take it through in places. This is still damp, so it's going to flow in with the green and just darken the green in places. Actually, I'm going to try and just twizzle round. I quite like the contrast there, so if I bring in these stems a bit darker with a bit of this ivory black, I think that will work really nicely as a contrast. The silhouette against the sky. So these are still damp and the sky's still a little damp, so this is helping this flow and give it more of that painterly effect. Just checking for balance now. I'm just going to bring up a few more. It's a bit sparse. Okay, I'll dry that one off. So there we go, that one's all finished. It's a super simple, fun, painterly effect. I have plenty more of this painterly style. I shall pop the playlist down here. Please do look up in the description my Facebook group and you can post your pictures and I'll give you feedback.